All right, how we doing tonight? Hopefully everybody had a good day. We have got two breaks on tap tonight. We're going to do National Treasures Baseball and Obsidian Football. Both are going to be by the full case. As it stands right now, we will probably have some teams available. There is some unpaid stuff in both breaks. I'll wait and see if it's still sitting there as unpaid after we go over our pre-break information. Ooh, it sounds so official, doesn't it? All right, so feedback. Whoops, no, hit the wrong button, didn't I? Let's try that again. My feedback is completely automated on eBay. What that means to you is that anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get the same in return. It's like magic. But actually, it's just our dear old friend automation. And of course, far more importantly, is a big thank you. Appreciate you being here, bidding and breaking with me, and many of you chat with me and keep me company as well. Now that looks weird, doesn't it? Yeah, it is. It's weird at the top. I don't know what's going on up there, but we're not going to worry about it. We can see what we need to see. So here's what's coming up in the days ahead. Tomorrow night, we're going to open an inner case of Playbook Football and a case of Bowman's Best Baseball. On Saturday night, a 2020 Leaf Autograph baseball jersey, a pair of TriStar Platinum Autograph mini football helmets, and the back half of the case of Elite Extra Edition Baseball that we started the other night, we will finish on Saturday night. Once again, a reminder, there is a separate bidding category for all Team USA cards and for all unsigned international players. On Sunday, we will start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, and we're going to open a 12-box case of Optic Football. Monday night, it will be a 2020 Leaf Autograph Baseball bat and a half case of Leaf Autograph football jerseys. There are 5 in a half case, and that'll be the start of a new case. And then it will be Bowman's Best Baseball again. Then Tuesday night, which of course is New Year's Eve, that'll be an off night for me. We will break on the evening of New Year's Day, but we're going to skip New Year's Eve. I figure everybody probably wants to be off doing something else, don't you? All right, so here's what you need to know about tonight. Both of our breaks are paid shipping breaks, and I'm saying they're going to get out the door by Monday. Realistically, I think they're going to get out the door faster than that. But, I always like to allow, especially around the holidays, for, things you don't expect to happen. So let's say it'll be out the door no later than Monday, hopefully sooner. I like that plan. And, of course, consolation cards. It could happen to us here. If you are in one of these breaks and your team does not pull a card at all, base or otherwise, you will still get a package in the mail. It will have consolation card or cards in it since this is a paid shipping break. It'll go out when the rest of the break goes out the door. I'm going to bring you back to me for a hot second here while I try to figure out what is paid and what isn't. Let's see if we got lucky and our other person in National Treasures paid or not by now. Nah, of course not. I knew we weren't going to get lucky. That was wishful thinking. Okay, so in National Treasures Baseball, we have an unpaid team. Surprise, surprise. It is the Cleveland Indians. It looked like it sold on eBay for $49 and some change. If anyone is interested in picking up the Cleveland Indians in this break, please give me a heads up and let me know. Meantime, I'm going to update the spreadsheet to reflect that they're unpaid, and then we'll get back to business here in a hot second. One of these days. It seems like it always works out that way, doesn't it? When an auction ends and there's like lots of time to pay from the time it ends until the time the break starts, there are actually more unpaid teams, I think, than when it ends closer to the break time and you have less time to pay. Isn't it weird how that works? I think it's weird how that works. All right, so we're going to be opening a 4-box case of 2019 National Treasures Baseball. It's a full case break. This is break number 6. Of course, everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Thursday night, the 26th of December. Cleveland Indians, of course, are the unpaid team in here. And if anybody would like to pick it up, oh, that would make me so happy. So if you want it, if you're interested in it, jump into chat and let me know. I will check chat in a moment, of course. And otherwise, it's going to be eBay user IDs across from team names all the way down through there. New spreadsheet will go up before we do Obsidian, which will be right after we do National Treasures. And the last little bit here, I'm changing up the focus. Yes, I am. That's not your eyes. You didn't have too much eggnog. That is me. So your background went out of focus, but not to worry. It's going to let us see what we need to see up a little closer. Nicholas is here. Hi, Nicholas. You missed your lions again. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Oh, Crystal, you are telling me your name is, I got you, is Josiah. Okay. And so I'm going to have to try to remember to call you that, aren't I? Because you're on somebody else's account and you don't want to be called Crystal all night. I don't blame you. I just have a habit of, glancing over there and I call out the name that's on there, but I'm going to try to remember to say Josiah. Or is your last name, how's your last name pronounced? Is it pronounced Benoit or Benoit? I could do that too. I might be more likely to remember that. I don't know. I'm going to try though. Christopher, you have been in lots of breaks, but it's your first time breaking here. Well, welcome. Glad to have you. Hopefully we will have some good luck for you tonight. And John, yes, there are definitely people that didn't pay. We've got the Cleveland Indians and National Treasures. And as it stands right now, there are a couple of teams in our next break, Obsidian, that are not paid either. But I am going to wait until after we finish National Treasures, just in case those people pay in the interim, which they might. So I'm not going to offer those up yet. But if you do want the Indians here in NT, you can let me know. Aw, Nicholas, you're being nice to me. Thank you. All right, so Joe, you said sure, as in you were interested in it, but then it looks like John offered 20, Charles offered 25, John offered 27. Yeah, of course, I'm hoping to get a little bit closer to what they sold for, which was right under 50. It was 49 and some change. So, if somebody's willing to offer up and maybe come in around 40, we could make that work. And if not, then I guess I can either retain them or hope that the other person eventually pays. So if anybody wants to pick them up in that kind of range, will you let me know? Oh, okay. So I got it right the first time. What did I say the first time? Benoit? Maybe. I'm not sure if that's what I said the first time, but maybe I did. And I'm terrible with name pronunciation, so if I got one right, I got lucky, didn't I? Yeah, I'm usually the worst. I butcher almost every name. Almost every name. All right, so nobody interested in anything remotely close to what it sold for then? No? Yes? Charles is offering up at 35. Charles, I'll do 35 if you want to do that. Unless John or somebody else wants to come in higher than that, I will agree to 35. All right, cool. So I did get close then. All right, yay. I can't believe I got close on a name pronunciation. The more time you spend with me, the more you'll realize what a Christmas miracle that is. That is definitely a thing I do not do well, pronouncing names. Yeah, it's bad. All right, I'm getting all these out of here while we're looking to see what's going on there. All right, so Charles says, John says he'll go in at 36. Charles says give it to John. All right, so John, it's going to be yours. And let me stop what I'm doing here. I'm going to type in my little PayPal email. So once again, I always remind you when I type in this OG email, I never, ever, ever check it for correspondence. But it's tied to a lot of stuff from a zillion years ago, so I don't want to get rid of the email, but I never check it for correspondence. All right, so John, they're going to be yours for $36, which means I have a couple of things to do here. One is I need to go close it out on eBay, so I'm going to take care of that real quickly. Get that closed up. And the second thing is I've got to put John here in the spreadsheet, so I will remember what we did. So give me a hot second to get that done as well. Now, it's loading. It's so slow tonight. My computer's very sluggish. I don't know what the problem is, but my laptop, you know, when I'm navigating pages, it really doesn't want to be my friend tonight. I don't know why. All right, let's get John in here. All righty. Yay. We are back in action, kids. So, John, if you would just do me a favor, sir, and give me the high five sign, the all good, the heads up, whatever you would like to call it, once you have successfully navigated PayPal to send over that payment, I would appreciate it. Stang Lover's here. What's up, Stang Lover? You said so it's not Detroit, it's what? I don't know what you've got there, man. I can't even begin to pronounce what you have there. But of course, Detroit has an R in it, and Benoit does not. It has an N in it, so they're kind of not similar, really. But you got to come on, Stang Lover. You got to give me my moment there to enjoy the fact that I actually pronounced one right. I never do that. I hate when they put the sticker over the thumb notch. Like, what is the purpose of that other than to hope we cut our fingers off trying to get cut through the label? I mean, what idiot does that? Somebody just sadistic sits around over at Panini and says, in every case we got to put at least one or two so they can't get the lid label cut. Good gracious. All right, well, I hope that's worth the wait. After that, I feel like I've been in a fight getting that stupid thing open. All right, let me get some sleeves out on the table. We're going to start looking at some NT baseball. Oh, maybe the R is meant to be silent in Detroit. I'm pretty sure I know how to pronounce that one. Now, I know you're going to get me on a lot of things, but you're not going to get me on Detroit, man. Thank you again, John. I appreciate you picking up the Indians in here. Hopefully we'll have some good luck for you. Colorado Rockies, and Garrett Hampson is the first out, numbered to 99. Then we have some relics for Bryce Wilson, also to 99. That's the Atlanta Braves. Eloy Jimenez, numbered to 99 for the White Sox, with some more relics. Relics are always first in here. Shohei Ohtani to 99 for the Angels. Apparently, my Cincinnati Reds are in the mix to get a young Japanese outfielder who is, I guess, a free agent. Ken Griffey Jr. I love my man Ken Griffey. That is numbered to 99. It is headed to Seattle and the Mariners. We've got ourselves a 1 of 1, and it is Larry Walker for the Colorado Rockies. He's got a really nice signature, doesn't he? I'm digging his signature. And then, of course, we've got he signed it kind of in the opposite orientation is really the only problem, because the card's like, oriented that way, and he kind of signed it that way, but that's okay. So anyway, you have a 1 of 1 for the Colorado Rockies with Larry Walker. Next up, it's Dakota Hudson, St. Louis Cardinals to 99. Trio of relics and your autograph. Stang Lover says he needs the Tampa Bay Rays. Specifically, he wants Wander Franco. All right, we'll see if the mojo will bring it. Numbered to 99, it's Brandon Lowe. Santa brought you a Tampa Bay Ray. How about that? As soon as you asked for it, even. Santa said, here you go, Stang Lover. Here's a Tampa Bay Ray. And we've got a funky corner right there. You see that? It's technically, I was holding it upside down. It's technically upper left. And actually, all four corners on this have some chipping and some imperfections. And it is Kyle Schwarber to 25 for the Cubbies. But unfortunately, all four corners a little rough. But sadly, that's the case often with these thicker cards. Our booklet, we just had a Gary Carter cut signature. For real. Like the last break, I think it was. It is numbered to 49. And this one is the Expos. Now, the last one we hit in the last case was the Mets. So, there you go. How about that? And, of course, the Montreal Expos of olden days. I sound like I'm 90, don't I, of olden days. They are the current Washington Nationals. Excuse me. So anytime we pull a card for the Montreal Expos, it's going to go to the Nationals because cards do follow their franchise all around the town. All right, it is numbered to 49. It's Jake Bauers and the Cleveland Indians. So there we've got at least one for you, John. At least one for your Cleveland Indians that you picked up. Stang Lover, you said that looked like a check from the Mets. Oh, I get it, because you must have the Mets. I was like, going, does it say, like, I'm like, did I miss it? Was that a payroll check? Of course not. He signed it. It couldn't have been a payroll check. See how easy I am how gullible I am? It's numbered to 99. Got some imperfections actually down the side edge of this one. That's the Astros and George Springer. Oh, John, you got the other Gary Carter, the one that went to the Mets the other day. Okay, cool. To 99, we've got a bad lower left corner. That's the Oakland A's with Goose Gossage. Then we have numbered 225, the New York Yankees and Mariano Rivera. Just plain gray. I mean, it's to 25. They can't even come off of a pinstripe. What's up with that, Panini? Making us work. Jonathan Loaisiga. That is also numbered to 25, and it might be pronounced Loaisiga. I'm not sure which of the two. Whichever one it is, I always say the opposite. Yankees with the collection of relics. Bryce Wilson, numbered to 99 for the Atlanta Braves. Nicholas, you said, what is the Jake Bauers relic sell for? I am unsure. I don't know. Next up, to 99, Michael Chavis and the Red Sox. Look like we've got some imperfections maybe in the red on that edge over on the left-hand side for Mr. Michael Chavis. Some of these sleeves are not wanting to open tonight. See how I blame it on the sleeve instead of the fact that my hand just can't get them open? Yeah. We have another one of one. This one goes to Stang Lover, so Santa's being good to him tonight. This is the Tampa Bay Rays and Nathaniel Lowe. And the relic on that is fantastic. That's part of the Rays logo, of course. You've got your hard-signed autograph on there as well with a sweet little one of one for the Tampa Bay Rays. Stan Musial to 10. Oh, sweet. Oh, I like that very much. I like that very, very much. If you've got the St. Louis Cardinals, I think that's a sweet little hit. It's a sticker on there, but, you know, come on. Stan Musial to 10. I don't care that it's a sticker. Dual material signatures, and they're both Indians. Woohoo, John. We got you in business now. Jose Ramirez, Francisco Lindor. And our Happy Little Indians booklet just made John really happy for picking up the Indians. Lindor and Ramirez, both with relics and signatures. They are sticker autos on there, if I didn't say that already. And it was numbered 49, which I think I did say. Stang Lover, you said Santa wasn't good to you in the last case. Well, were you on his bad list? Were you on the lump of coal list, man, for that last case? What was it? Is that what it was? And this is headed to the Milwaukee Brewers to 99, Eric Thames. Then we have Jose Altuve to 10 for the Houston Astros. Victor Mesa, Miami Marlins to 99. Too bad that's not signed. Got some nice ink, or some nice ink. Would have been, ink would have been nice, but we got some good relics. There you go. Now I got it out. Numbered to 99, we have, who the heck is this? Mule Suttles. Like, who's this guy? He's an old timer from, what? Like Newark. What is that? What even is that? Is that some, I don't know what this is going to be. So that might have been from a different league, but we're going to set that aside and I'll research that more at the very end of the break. My man, Scooter Gennett. He's gone from my Reds now, but he was still a Red when they made this card. So Cincinnati numbered to 49. And numbered to 99, Hunter Dozier, Kansas City Royals, relic and autograph. I see a really nice relic upon us here. It is numbered to 99. That's Justice Sheffield for the Mariners. And I believe, is this Eloy coming up? Yes, it is. White Sox to 99 with your rookie Eloy Jimenez. Autograph and relic. We have a debut booklet on the horizon here. Numbered to 99, it's Pete Alonso. Yes. Oh, I love it. Last case had a good Pete Alonso to 25. This one's got a sweet little debut booklet. Autograph and boring relic. They give us a solid white relic. And a nice little booklet like that. Yeah, well. Anyway, if you're the Mets, you're happy. It's to 99. All right, last box. We're on last box mojo right now. Let's see what comes out of here. Marcell Ozuna to 99, St. Louis Cardinals. Steve Garvey, bad corners, yuck. Lower left and right. It's numbered to 99. It's the Dodgers. And definitely had some chipping and imperfections, noticeably so. Pedro Martinez, numbered to 99, the Red Sox. Behind that is a little Nolan Ryan to 99. He's an angel on this card. We have a redemption. You know the deal with those redemptions. They stay face down until the end, and then we flip them over, and then we check them out on the Panini website. Good news is we're almost to the end, so you don't have to wait very long. We'll set it up there. And our housekeeping area, Dennis Santana, numbered to 49 for the Dodgers. And this looks like Ramon Laureano, numbered to 99 for the Oakland A's. Oh, we did save a really good one for last box mojo. That is your rookie Fernando Tatis Jr., numbered to 49 for the San Diego Padres. John, you felt a Nolan Ryan, but you didn't have the Angels, right? You were probably thinking Nolan Ryan Astros, maybe, or Nolan Ryan. Well, it could have been any number of things. Rangers. Pittsburgh Pirates, legendary jumbo materials with Bill Mazersky. And there it is, a big chunk of the bat for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So, we've got a couple of housekeeping chores before we recap this. One of them is I've got to look up Mule Suttles there. I suspect that that was an entirely different league and probably isn't affiliated with any Major League Baseball team today. But, sorry. Man, my allergies and asthma and whatever. I don't know why they're all crazy. Probably because it's 65 degrees and it shouldn't be in December. But anyway, if he's not affiliated with any current or past, if we can't track him, in other words, through Major League Baseball, through franchise past to current, he will go out using random.org. And in the meantime, let's flip this over and see who's here. It's Max Muncy, retro signatures. One would assume Dodgers, but yet because it says retro signatures, maybe it's going to not be. Maybe it's going to be something else. I don't know. So I'll have to look that up too in a minute. But first things first, I'm going to look up this Mule Subtles. All right, so hang tight there for a minute while I see what I can learn about this. And, I put a typo in. I'm like, oh, that's a weird, that's a weird thing that came up. Yeah, it's because I put in a typo. All right, what do we know about this guy? Yeah, so it looks like he was playing back when baseball was segregated. So he was not, in fact, associated with a Major League Baseball team, which was my sneaking suspicion. But now we have got that all checked up. So there is that. And that'll be given out during using random in a moment. Max Muncy is up next. He's currently a Dodger, but since that says retro signatures, it makes me wonder if it's going to take us back to a prior team. And I'm hoping that our lovely Panini checklist will tell us that. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but we're going to find out here in a hot second. All right, so retro signatures. Retro signatures. Come on now. Did it say signature names? It just said retro signatures, didn't it? Did I just go past it? Yes. Retro, there. Good grief. Card number 4. Of course it doesn't tell me. Why would it? It's numbered to 49. We're going to have to go about this a slightly different way then, aren't we? So give me a second here and let me see. I'm going to look for an image of it, which we probably are going to be able to find on eBay, hopefully. So we can see an image of it since it doesn't tell us on that checklist. I guess I could move your view back to me so you don't have to just sit and look at that. All right, Max Muncy Retro. Let's see what it tells us. Oh, it's just the redemption. I guess nobody's going to actually have probably gotten it back, right? That would be too much to hope for, that it would have actually come back. Oh, man. Let me see if I can find anything else about that. If I can see even any retro signatures to get an idea if they are current team or prior team or what. So, and if you guys are typing in chat right now, which you might well be, I can't see it at this exact moment because I am using the iPad to try to look this up. No, maybe not. It looks like it is going to probably be the current team, and it's just a retro design because I'm looking at other ones here like Acuna, and he's on there as the Braves, A-Rod's on there as the Yankees, and etc. So I'm satisfied it's the design and not meaning a prior team. So that's going to put that to the Dodgers then. All right. So that was the best way to do that, was to just go look. There are other 2019 National Treasures retro signature cards on eBay, and they do not reflect prior teams. It is a card design. And now this, we've got to give away using random.org because, once again, he was playing when baseball was segregated, and as such, none of those teams went on to become major league teams, so there's no franchise history to chase there. Or at least that team didn't, the Newark team. All right, we've got to head over here to random.org. You noticed I copied all of the team names from our spreadsheet. Now I'm simply going to paste them in here. I will scroll through them so that you can see all of the teams are in there. And it works like this. When we have 10 or more items in a list, as we do here, I do random one single time. Whoever's in the number one position after we randomize gets it. If we ever have to do random when we have 9 or fewer items, we do it 3 times, and only the third one counts. The first 2 don't. But 10 or more here, a single random. Good luck. Here we go. Comes up to the Atlanta Braves. So the Atlanta Braves get this Mule Suttles card. And I'm just going to label this up on the back. This is in a sleeve, right? I would never write on a card with a Sharpie. Probably, hopefully everybody would know that. Just in case. All right, so this is the Braves by way of random.org. Then we have this Max Muncy signature, and it is headed to the Dodgers. Will be numbered to 49 when they send it to you. Yeah, John, he definitely also played for Oakland, but again, of course, looking at what that card design is for 2019 National Treasures, it doesn't appear to be that they were prior teams. It appears to be just the card design itself. It says retro on it, but it doesn't literally mean prior teams, so... Jose Altuve for the Astros. Yeah, that's why I went to look it up to make sure, because I didn't know either. Milwaukee Brewers, followed by the Cardinals to 10 with a little Stan Musial. Had a pair of one-of-ones tonight. That one headed to the Tampa Bay Rays. It's Nate Lowe and had a pretty little chunk of the Rays logo on there as well. Numbered to 99 for the Red Sox. That is Michael Chavis. Then you have the Atlanta Braves with Bryce Wilson, Jonathan Loaisiga for the New York Yankees, Mariano Rivera, New York Yankees. Then we have Fernando Tatis Jr., San Diego Padres. There's Dennis Santana for the Dodgers. Nolan Ryan as a California Angel. Steve Garvey, Dodgers. Eloy Jimenez, White Sox. Followed by Hunter Dozier and the Kansas City Royals. Scooter Gennett for the Cincinnati Reds. Victor Mesa and the Miami Marlins. Next little pile brings us Brandon Lowe for the Tampa Bay Rays. Dakota Hudson, St. Louis Cardinals. Our second one-of-one. The guy kind of signed it in the wrong orientation, weirdly enough, but it's still cool. And it is Larry Walker for the Colorado Rockies. Ken Griffey Jr., Seattle Mariners. Shohei Ohtani for the Angels. Eloy Jimenez for the White Sox, Bryce Wilson, Braves, Rockies, and Garrett Hampson. The Oakland A's have themselves a Ramon Laureano. Next up, Pedro Martinez, Boston Red Sox. St. Louis Cardinals with Marcell Ozuna. The Mariners with a really nice relic for Justice Sheffield in ink, too. I was just, the relic caught my eye. Oakland A's, Goose Gossage. Houston Astros, George Springer. Then the Cleveland Indians, Jake Bowers. And the Cubbies with a Kyle Schwarber. And keeping in mind, most of those, especially thick cards, have this tendency. They have some minor imperfections on your edges and corners. The more egregious ones I pointed out as we went through the break live. So if you have questions about any of that, you might want to rewind back if you skipped to just the recap. But otherwise, that's the deal. Bill Mazersky, numbered to 49 with a booklet for the Pittsburgh Pirates. some wood from the baseball bat. Then we have a Pete Alonso debut booklet to $99 for the Mets. With a boring white relic, but the autograph's probably the part you care about the most on that one, huh? Dual Material Signatures booklet, numbered to 49 for the Cleveland Indians. Francisco Lindor, Jose Ramirez, Cleveland. And finally, a cut signature for Gary Carter to 49. Montreal Expos on this one. And, of course, former Montreal Expos are the current Washington Nationals. So Gary Carter heads to the Nats. Ed, you said Cardboard Connection shows the Dodgers on the Max Muncy. Yeah, I'm not surprised because definitely the way it looked from what I could see, it was for sure going to be the Dodgers. So that works out well for us, doesn't it? I'm going to check and see where we are in terms of what's paid and what's unpaid in Obsidian. While I am doing that, I'm going to let you look at this for a second while I skate over here and see what's what. Looks like we only have one that isn't paid, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs in Obsidian. And it went for $91. So we are trying to find a home for the Kansas City Chiefs at the moment. If anybody is interested in them, let me know. I'm going to check something real quick here. I just want to make sure this person isn't in another time zone or something. Every once in a while you'll find someone who, maybe is bidding from another country and there's a time zone issue or something. So let me just click into the listing for a second and see what's what. Actually, this is somebody that I do know, and that might be an issue with something like that. So we'll probably just not worry about the Kansas City Chiefs in here tonight. I don't think. I think we're going to be. I think we're going to be fine with the Chiefs. So we're just going to move onward and upward, then, kids. So, yeah, you've been looking at that, right? But in case you didn't actually read it, it says you can expect your stuff to ship no later, really, than Monday. Probably going to go sooner, shouldn't go later. If you get skunked in here and you don't hit anything at all in the last break or the upcoming break, consolation card or cards will go out when the rest of the break ships because they are both paid shipping breaks for tonight. And that brings us to a 12-box case of Obsidian Football. It is a full case break number 4. Ended tonight on eBay, Thursday night, the 26th of December. This is my last case of Obsidian, too, I think. Team names on the left-hand side. Winning bidders, of course, across from each team on the opposite side. And we're going to get our football on. Let's see what's what. Nicholas, you checked another checklist, and you said they also listed it as the Dodgers. Yeah, so, yeah, once I saw how the card design looked on eBay, I was comfortable and confident saying it was Dodgers. But you never know when something says retro in the title and the checklist doesn't say, right? You always kind of have to, just make sure you do your due diligence, I think. Oh, Joseph, thank you for the offer on the Kansas City Chiefs. I appreciate you. I am going to let that hang out there, though. I think I know what the deal is with that, so I think we're fine there. So we should be all right there. So yeah, Andrew, no, we're not gonna offer up the Chiefs tonight. After all, I thought we were, but then I'm not, and they may actually. Let me double check this anyway, because I think it's actually paid now anyway, so it's all good. Payment came in the meantime, but I was double checking it too, because sometimes I do have bidders who come from other countries who have massively different time zones than we have, and so sometimes it's like the middle of the night for those people. This particular one wasn't exactly that, but I have learned I need to check that. Staying lever, maybe I cut and pasted it wrong then. Because I think that person only had one team tonight. So you're saying I cut and pasted the spreadsheet wrong for that? Maybe. Did I? I don't know. Hang on. Let me go back and look. I didn't even notice that it was the same person as some other bids. You just now told me that. But I can go and look to see if I put it in there wrong. So if you hang on a minute, I'll tell you what the deal is. Because I do occasionally cut and paste something wrong, guys. I forget to clear a clipboard or something because it's literally just a copy and paste. So that is definitely possible. But to answer that for you, definitely, I've got to check something out here. I got to get back into the orders, and while I'm waiting for it to load, we'll see what's going on with it. Yeah, they only have one team in here, maybe? In Obsidian. So did I have them pasted in a bunch of other teams for Obsidian? Then I probably made some typos in the spreadsheet then. Because I only show them as one team in Obsidian for tonight. So if I did, guys, I apologize if I accidentally cut and pasted incorrectly on there. But understand that I do not ship from that spreadsheet that we use here in the breaks. That's just kind of for informational purposes. I ship only from eBay invoices, and I print them out directly from eBay and ship only from that. But if I did make a cut and paste error, I'm sorry, friends. It sounds like maybe I did, which I didn't even notice, but Stang Lever caught it, so thank you, sir. No, it's probably not too much eggnog for you. It's probably a cut and paste error for me. So that's going to be my guess as to what's going on there. And again, if that affected you, impacted you, I know you said it didn't use specifically Stang Lever, but someone else who's involved in the break, if I accidentally cut and pasted the wrong username on that spreadsheet where your username should have been, please accept my apologies. It would have not been intentional, but every once in a while I don't realize a clipboard hasn't been cleared, and that's how we end up like that. All right. Let's see what's what here. I wonder how many I did mess up, though. I am going to check something real quick here. I just want to check Obsidian, and maybe I searched it the wrong way. Oh, no, you're right, Stang Lover. There are some other teams in here, it looks like, and I didn't realize it. I searched it. Oh, no, that's not right either. I'm trying to see if there are. I'm just wondering now because you asked me. No, there are some other ones in here, it looks like. So the others, I think, were all on one invoice, but they were mostly baseball, and I didn't see them. So maybe there are not cut and paste errors. But anyway, I don't know. But thank you for flagging it, Stang Lover. I'll definitely go back and do my due diligence on it in a little bit. So, all right, it is Minkah Fitzpatrick and the Dolphins first out. That one is a nice low number to 25, followed by a die-cut Harrison Smith and the Vikings to 50, and that's got a bad lower left corner. Can you see that? It's got some chipping down there on that lower left that is rather unfortunate. And then we have a base Mike Evans. Even our base cards are numbered in Obsidian. And it is to 125, headed to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Our first hit out, number to 100, we see Darius Slayton and the New York Giants bringing us a little relic. Followed by Drew Lock, who might be the real deal. Looking that way, numbered to 50, Denver Broncos. Alexander Mattison, numbered to 150, Minnesota Vikings. And a redemption, which will go up here in housekeeping. Obsidian's been bad for redemptions this year. Bad, bad, bad. So what do you guys think about Marshawn Lynch coming back for one game for Seattle? Do you think they'll actually, I mean, obviously it may be more than one game if they go on into the playoffs or whatever, but I think it's interesting. It was an interesting decision to bring him back. Numbered to 50, Alexander Mattison and the Vikings. But you know, he is ready to go, so I guess. At least he knows their basic schemes and they're familiar with them and he with them. How about a 1 of 1, Dan Marino for the Dolphins? Die cut tunnel vision. Right? We like that. So I don't know. I kind of wouldn't mind to see Beast Mode come back again next year, you know. I don't know if he will, but of course I think the Raiders would like, well, at least Derek Carr would like to have had him back too. To 125, the Patriots, Jacoby Myers, our base card. Andy Isabella for the Arizona Cardinals, numbered 250 with a relic. The Falcons, Quadre Allison. And is that numbered? Did I miss the number? I did. Stupid me. It's numbered to 75 for the Falcons. Nate Solder to 100. New York Giants. And then we have the Jags, and that is numbered to 15. How about a little Fred Taylor? Cool. I like that. I like that nice little kind of orange background in there. I don't know why that particularly thrills me, but it kind of does. I like it. Oh, Nicholas, you said you got out. I saw that earlier, yeah, that you got outbid on your Lions. I know, man. I'm sorry. Philip Lindsay, numbered to 50 for the Denver Broncos. Jesse, you got outbid on the Browns, and you're not happy about that either, huh? Well, I can understand that. It's no fun to get outbid. A die-cut Supernova for Darius Leonard. These don't come out very often. It's numbered to 25 for the Colts. In fact, that might be our first Supernova in all the cases of this that we've opened. Maybe. I wouldn't swear to that, but maybe. Larry Fitzgerald is our base to 125, Arizona Cardinals. Josh Allen, he's upped his game this year. Number 10, Buffalo Bills. Nice looking card there as well. Then we have LJ Collier, speaking of the Seahawks. LJ is numbered to 150. Did you all see the press conference for Marshawn? Of course, he famously hates all of his press conferences. So it's hilarious. Like, they welcomed him back. He said thank you. They asked him a question about how did it feel to be back or something. And he goes, yeah, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, see you all later. That was his answer. TJ Hawkinson to 25 for the Detroit Lions. That's going to make Nicholas unhappy since he got outbid on them. I know. Riley Ridley, numbered to 75, Chicago Bears. And they said he signed for the league minimum, too, which for a veteran with his years of service Still works out to be, I think they said $60-something thousand a game. And then he can get bonuses based on how they do in the playoffs. You know, because everybody on the team gets a bonus depending on how they do. It's a 75 for Net and the Jags. A die-cut Terry Bradshaw for my little Pittsburgh Steelers, who probably won't make it, numbered to 50. Our base card is Darius Slayton to 125 for the New York Giants. The Saints, Traquan Smith, numbered to 50. With an Atomic Materials insert. Next up, for the 49ers, numbered to 25, you have Dre Greenlaw. Oh, man. Dang it. Numbered to 100, it is Don Majkowski. I don't know. It's one I butcher every time I try it. But anyway, he's the Green Bay Packers, and he's an old-timer. You know who he is. I just can't get his name out. The Raiders with Howie Long, numbered to 3. Sweet for the Raiders. Some throwback ink and threads. You said that's the third out of the... Oh, that's 3 out of 25 I've pulled of... of T.J. Hawkinson. Well, that's not too bad then. I pulled the other 2 for you. All right, then we're doing all right. We've got, what, like more than 10% of them. Joejuan Williams to 50 for the New England Patriots. Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, numbered to 75. Falcons, we've got a base numbered to 125 for Marcus Green. N'Keal Harry, Patriots, numbered 225. Managed to get 3 colors on that relic. The poor Cincinnati Bengals had a rough year. Rodney Anderson to 150. We have a 400 rewards point card. It's going to set up there in housekeeping. We'll give it away using random.org at the end. Benny Snell Jr. to 50 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they came out with a story a couple days ago saying, oh, you know, sources, you know how it is, these anonymous, unnamed sources or whatever. These sources are saying, oh, Ben Roethlisberger, he probably won't be back for next year and yada, 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 or he hasn't decided, or he's considering not coming back, or something along, language along those lines. Clelin Ferrell to 50 for the Raiders. So then, of course, Ben promptly comes out and issues a big denial, blah, 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 he'll be there kind of thing. Devin Singletary to 75 for the Buffalo Bills. I still say where there's smoke, there's fire. Rashawn Gary to 125, our base for the Green Bay Packers. And I want my Steelers to go get Teddy Bridgewater. I want Teddy Bridgewater. Saints won't give him up, though, probably. To 100, that is Easton Stick for the Chargers. Because Drew Brees is, well, let's face it, old. Devin Singletary, numbered to 25 for the Buffalo Bills. Paris Campbell and the Colts. Paris is numbered to 150. San Francisco 49ers, Deebo Samuel, numbered to 50. It's a nice looking card too. I bet that if Drew Brees and the Saints were to win the Super Bowl this year, that Drew Brees would probably retire. That's just, I mean, that might not be at all correct, but that's just my personal thought on the matter, that he would, if he won the Super Bowl, he'd probably be like, yep, that's it, I'm done. Josh Norman to 50 for the Redskins. Tampa Bay Buccaneers to 75, Sean Murphy Bunting. Our base card is the boys. Dak Prescott to 125. And a hit for the boys, Tony Pollard, who's playing surprisingly well. Numbered to 50 for Dallas. New York Giants have another headed your way. DeAndre Baker to 150. Oh, he's got a little tiny signature. Look at that. Tiny. Xavier Howard. Dolphins to 100. 49ers. This is who you've been waiting on. Your rookie Nick Bosa to 150. John, you said that Benny Snell cost you your fantasy football. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear that Benny Snell Jr. messed you up, man. John wants to know if Tom Brady looks like his arm and his accuracy are broken this year. Well, you know, we've talked about this a little bit before. I mean, I do think there's maybe a little bit of decline in his play, but I think the bigger issue is that he doesn't have receivers that he really trusts. And I think that's as much of the problem as anything else. Deshaun Watson, numbered to 7. That is our tunnel vision white parallel. It's also a case hit. So I think it's kind of a combination of the two things, honestly. I do think he's had a slight decline. He's not the only one, by the way, as I hold Aaron Rodgers in my hand here, numbered to 50 for the Green Bay Packers. But I think it has more to do with receivers and his lack of trust in his receivers, and sometimes their inexperience as well. Marcus Mariota to 125, our base for the Titans. Deebo Samuel, 49ers, a nice group of relics, numbered to, maybe I'll hold it the right way, to 100. And here is Kiki QT, another atomic material, to 75, Houston Texans. The Redskins and Bryce Love, numbered to 150. Daniel Jones, there you go, Giants. There's your little rookie QB that you've been waiting on while you've been racking up all those other hits. And he is numbered to 100. John, you said Aaron looks horrendous this year. Well, I wouldn't say it looks horrendous, but I would say he has, there's a regression, although maybe that's not the right word to use, but that's kind of how I view it. But of course, he's looking at a whole new set of schemes and new head coach, and he's got a lot of adjusting to do as well. Again, receivers, personnel changes, so all that stuff takes its toll, I think. Numbered to 75, Randy Moss and the Vikings. Numbered to 10, Mike Weber and the Cowboys. And even so, even with both of those guys a little bit off their game, they're probably still better than at least 50% of the other starting quarterbacks in the league. To 125, Mac Wilson and the Browns. Josh Jacobs to 100 for the Raiders. Has some kind of weird mystery surgery on his leg this week. Did you guys see that? Wasn't that kind of sketchy and weird? I don't know what that's about. Dan Marino to 50, a little Galaxy Gear relic for the Dolphins. Jarrett Stidham and the Patriots. Jarrett is numbered to 50. And another Redskins hit, but still not Dwayne. This time we've got Terry McLaurin, numbered to 150. John, you said, what do you think about Daniel Jones? He looked fine in his first few games, but then you're not sure after that. Well, I mean, of course, he's had that little injury that he's getting ready to come back from, but, you know, like any rookie, he's going to be up and down, but I think in the long haul, he'll probably be okay. Kerryon Johnson, Lions to 50. Steve Largent, Seahawks to 75. And for sure, their O-line is terrible. So that doesn't do him any favors. So he's a rookie and he's, running for his life all the time. Christian Wilkins to 125. Dolphins is our base card. The Falcons get a 1 of 1 with Calvin Ridley. And you know what? I'm really glad to see that. And it's the Nike swoosh. Oh, I love that. I love the swoosh. But let me tell you guys, I'm happy to hit this because the person who has the Falcons tonight, they didn't mean to bid on that team. They meant to bid on another team. But the underbidder ended up not wanting the team. This is to 75. It's Dylan Mitchell and the Vikings. So the original bidder, even though they didn't mean to bid on the team, paid for the team, which I appreciate. And now they're good karma, good mojo, whatever you want to call it. I'm glad they got the 1 of 1 to make it a little easier on them since they didn't mean to buy the team. So thank you, Falcons owner, for paying for your spot, and I'm glad we hit something that'll pay you back for that spot. Pulled a second redemption. It's up there in housekeeping. Numbered to 25, another one for the Giants. This is Darius Slayton. Giants are racking it up. Nicholas, you think that the Giants regret cutting Kyle Lauletta? You think he's better than Daniel Jones? Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. I think I would have taken Daniel Jones to 75. Jacoby Myers for the Patriots. I mean, some of these guys, they're going to have some growing pains, especially when they're younger. Of course, earlier I said we don't hit a lot of supernova, so naturally there would be 2 in this case just to prove me wrong. But at least this one is Kyler Murray, and it is numbered to 25 for the Arizona Cardinals with the supernova die cut. Our base card numbered to 125. It's Andy Isabella and the Cardinals. And some of those guys, they just, they have to have longer to adjust. I mean, look at Josh Allen. He's just getting better and better as we go along. TJ Hawkinson to 100. Detroit Lions. Another Falcon is Ito Smith, numbered to 75. And you knew we weren't going to get out of here without a Charger, but did you know it was going to be Phillip Rivers? Numbered to 25. Hey. Usually it's Easton Stick. We got a little upgrade hitting Phillip for the Chargers. Cowboys, Tony Pollard, numbered to 50. That brings us to our last pack, which is our equivalent of last box. So it is, you got it, last box mojo time. Let's see what we can find. Oh no, Christopher says he's only seen one Panther. Are you saying you've only seen one or you just want one? Have we not seen any? Ooh, I'm not sure which that is, but hopefully we will find a Panther for you if we haven't so far. Yeah, Nicholas, I know. I agree. That's what I said. I'm really glad our Falcons team owner got some good hits because he definitely stepped up and honored his bid, even though he didn't mean to get that team. Jimmy Garoppolo to 25 for the San Francisco 49ers. A tunnel vision die cut Kurt Warner for the Rams. That is numbered to 50. To 125, we've got the Eagles and Fletcher Cox. DK Metcalf, Seahawks. This will be a relic. It is numbered to 100. This will be a relic, just based on where it is in the pack. It's the Patriots and Drew Bledsoe to 25, a Galaxy Gear relic. We've got another redemption, daggone it. Chase Vinovich and the Patriots, numbered to 50, the big 5-0. It looks like he signs his name Wino, doesn't it? I don't know. That's how it looks to me. All right, we've got 3 redemptions to deal with, so a few less than sometimes. and 1 points card to give away. And then we'll do a little recapping after we accomplish that. That stack looks tall, doesn't it? Let's make that shorter. I don't know why. I just don't want it to be so tall. Sometimes you can't trust tall stacks. They like to slide around and such. I don't know. Don't mind me. I'm just, mumbling to myself, right? Okay. Oh, your huge Kyle Lauletta collection has you biased. Yeah. Oh, Kyler Murray. Yeah, Kyler Murray is looking good. I agree with you on that one. David Montgomery, rookie auto electric etch orange. David Montgomery is the Bears, of course, but we will go to the Panini website and see it up there on the screen. We'll also find out what that is going to be numbered to. Second one up is Marquise Hollywood Brown, rookie jersey auto electric etch orange. That, of course, will be the Ravens. Same thing. We'll check it out on the website. And our third up is Marquise Hollywood Brown again. There you go. And that one was just rookie jersey ink. So the Ravens, who were probably feeling kind of not good about their hits up until that point, feel a little better now, right? All right. So, kids, let's get ourselves over here to the Panini website again, where we're gonna do a little research. All right, so football 2019 Panini Obsidian. Let's see. So John, you're asking what happens if you bid on the Jets and the Bengals. Well, if we didn't have any cards at all for them, base or any card of any sort, your consolation cards will go out when the rest of the break ships out. Now, obviously, if you hit a card of some sort, then you wouldn't get consolation cards because you would have hit something. But if literally nothing came out for your team, then yeah, you would get consolation cards. And whenever it's a paid break, they just go out when the rest of the break goes. It would only be when it's a free shipping break that the consolation cards are held to go with the next package. Rookie Auto Electric Etch Orange is what I need to find. Electric Etch Orange. Card number 12 should be David Montgomery. And there he is. Bears as we expected him to be. Looks like he's got to be numbered 275. Next, we've got to go look up rookie jersey autos electric etch orange. All right, so rookie jersey autos. Card number 20 should be Marquise Brown. And that's the Ravens. It's numbered to 75. And we've got another Marquise Brown to look up. This one is rookie jersey ink is our card set. So, rookie jersey ink, where are you? Card number 15. Marquise Brown, of course, again says Ravens, which is what we would expect, and it is numbered to 150. Now, we've got 400 points to give away, so we may as well switch ourselves back over here to random. Where did I lose? There we go. Because we're going to have to use it again here in a second. So we'll just get ourselves kind of set up, and then I'll bring you along with me. We're going to bounce back over here to the spreadsheet so I can copy the teams from the spreadsheet, and then I will paste them into a little random.org. And same as before, because we have 10 or more in here, I'm only going to do random one single time. Whoever ends up in that top bidding spot after we randomize will get that 400 points card. So scrolling through here so that everyone, well, I thought I was, so that everyone can see that your team was properly copied and pasted in there. And there we go. Good luck. Here we go. It is headed to the Arizona Cardinals, our 400 points card. Headed to Arizona. Oh, Christopher, you said your team didn't get anything, didn't pull anything. Well, same deal as I was explaining there a second ago to John. So you will still get a package in the mail, and it will have consolation cards in it. And, sometimes people have good luck with those. So, keep an eye. And he says, oh, he was skunked on his very first time breaking here. Oh, Christopher, I feel bad now. I felt bad. Now I feel worse. I'm sorry. That's a drag, man. Sorry about that. All right, so let's do our recapping here, okay? We're going to recap these because they're very low numbered. So, well, that one's not. He's stacked in the wrong spot. These are the two I'm supposed to be recapping. Deshaun Watson, numbered to 7. That's the white parallel that is a case hit. And, of course, it was a die cut as well. This is a 1 of 1. Dan Marino for the Dolphins. We had a pair of 1 of 1s tonight, so that's the first of them. The 400 points card went to the Arizona Cardinals using random.org. We had a redemption for Marquise Brown and the Ravens that will be numbered to 75. A redemption for David Montgomery and the Bears that will be numbered to 75. Another redemption for Marquise Brown and the Ravens. That one will be numbered to 150. Oh, you're a Steelers fan too, Christopher? Nice. Yeah, Steelers are my team. So, yeah, you came to the right place if you're a Steelers fan. I love my Steelers. Deebo Samuel, 49ers. Paris Campbell and the Colts. The Buffalo Bills and Devin Singletary. Easton Stick and the Chargers. Benny Snell Jr. for my Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, there is a Bengals hit. So, see, I thought we had a Bengal. Yeah, you definitely have a Bengals hit. There it is, Rodney Anderson. Now, Jets, I don't know about if there was a card for them, but Bengals for sure. N'Keal Harry, Patriots. The nice Howie Long to 3 for the Raiders. The Green Bay Packers and Don Makowski. San Francisco 49ers, Dre Greenlaw. Chase Vinovich for the Patriots. Drew Bledsoe, Patriots. Phillip Rivers, that's why we got that points card in this case, because we have the little Phillip Rivers ink in there to 25 for the Chargers. Ito Smith, Falcons. The Giants and Darius Slayton. Minnesota Vikings, Dylan Mitchell. The Redskins, Terry McLaurin. The Patriots, Jarrett Stidham. The Raiders and Josh Jacobs. Nick Bosa and the 49ers. The Seattle Seahawks with DK Metcalf. Tony Pollard for the Cowboys. The Lions with TJ Hawkinson. There's that sweet little 101 Nike swoosh. I love the swoosh and the NFL shield. Calvin Ridley, 1 of 1 Falcons. Dan Marino, Dolphins. Daniel Jones, New York Giants. Redskins, Bryce Love. The Texans, Kiki QT. 49ers, Deebo Samuel. Xavier Howard and the Dolphins. The Jets with DeAndre Baker. Dallas Cowboys and Tony Pollard. The Saints, Traquan Smith. The Bears, Riley Ridley. TJ Hawkinson and the Lions. Some Seahawks, LJ Collier. Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. The Jags with Fred Taylor. Giants, Nate Solder. Quadre Allison, Falcons. Andy Isabella, Cardinals. Alexander Madison, Vikings. Drew Lock, Broncos. And last but not least, Darius Slayton Relic for the New York Giants. All right, kids. So if anybody missed the info earlier, we're going to take a look again one more time at when you can expect your item to ship. and we'll take a look at the breaks that are coming up in the days ahead. So if you're interested, here it comes. So everything should be out the door and on the way no later than Monday. I suspect it's going to be sooner than that, but it should not be any later than that. Once again, if you got skunked in either break tonight, meaning you did not pull a card of any sort, base or otherwise, you will still get a package in the mail. It will have consolation card or cards in it, and it will ship out to you when the rest of the break goes out, since these are paid shipping breaks tonight. So we didn't have any free ones tonight, which is usually our memorabilia. So here's what's coming up in the days ahead. Tomorrow night, we're going to bust into an inner case of Playbook Football, a case of Bowman's Best Baseball. Saturday night, it's a Leaf 2020 autographed baseball jersey, a pair of TriStar Platinum autographed mini helmets, and the back half of a case of Panini Elite Extra Edition Baseball. Note that Team USA and unsigned international players each have their own separate bidding categories in that break. Sunday night, it'll be Optic Football. We'll start early, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. Monday night, a 2020 Leaf Autograph Baseball bat, a half case of Leaf Autograph Football jerseys, which will be the start of a new case, and Bowman's Best Baseball once again. And then on the last night of the year, New Year's Eve, we're going to take it as an off night, but then we'll come back in full force on New Year's Day. All right, so let's see here. That is actually it for me, but I'm going to check in chat because I see it just flying around over there, and make sure I'm caught up before I jump off of here. So, oh, John, thank you for answering Nicholas's questions about the redemption. So appreciate that. And Jesse, again, if you had a team that didn't hit, whatever the team is, if you didn't hit anything at all, not a base card or anything at all, you will get consolation card or cards for that team that didn't pull a card, and it will ship out when the rest of the break ships. That's the way it always works when they are paid shipping breaks, okay? So in the free shipping breaks, if you don't pull whatever that might be, then I usually hold the consolation card to go with your next package since it's a free break. But this, of course, being a paid shipping break, means your next package is this package. So anything that you are due will go out at the same time. All right, does that make sense? Hopefully. John, I do full case jersey breaks when we do the TriStar jerseys, but I don't usually do them on the Leaf jerseys. I think I maybe only have 1 or 2 cases of TriStar jerseys left of Series 2. I don't have any Series 1 TriStar left, and maybe a case or 2 of the Series 2. But yeah, I don't generally do the Leaf jerseys as a full case. They're 10-box cases. The TriStar jersey cases are 5-box cases. So it's the exact same amount in the Leaf as the TriStar. It's just that Leaf packages more per case than TriStar does. Does that make sense? So you're asking why don't I do them on the Leaf? Because you end up losing money almost every time. At least I do. It's hard enough to make it where you need to be on a half case of those. I mean, those jerseys are not cheap to buy, and people, for various reasons, they don't like to bid as much or a lot on memorabilia. And then, of course, they've also all got free shipping and all of that, and it adds up, especially after eBay and PayPal takes their chunk. And sometimes you just have to cut cases in half to make it financially viable, unfortunately. So I don't know. I mean, other breakers used to be, when I first started doing memorabilia by the case and the half case, there weren't really other breakers doing memorabilia by even half cases at that point. Now, in subsequent years, of course, lots of people now do them by full case and half case, and I guess different people probably build up different audiences. But for me, we just kind of work memorabilia in here and there. I'm really more card based. But somebody who's more memorabilia based might have a better time getting the bids to support doing them by the full case. I don't know, but that's just my experience anyway. So, all right, guys and gals, that is it for me tonight. Thank you once again for being here. Always appreciate it. So I will be back at it tomorrow night. If I don't see you again then, hopefully I will see you again soon. In the meantime, enjoy what's left of our holiday week here, and we'll see you the next time. Bye now.